let's talk about loops and how you set up loops to build. So, over the past couple of weeks, I've been really nailing down my loops, as they call them. And all I would describe a loop like, so what is a loop? A loop is when an agent continues working on something till it gets it done. You can have goals and loops mixed as one, where a goal is an overarching system and then a loop might be inside of it to keep it kind of plugging along. I typically use goals more over loops just because I view loops as a something that happens weekly or daily or something like that. And this is what I'll so okay, Connor, one more time. What is a loop? A loop to me is a daily, hourly, weekly action that an agent can take and continue taking till you stop it. So some people, and this is different than a goal, and I'll explain why. So a loop is basically, I wanted to do this task every day. I'm going to set it on a loop every day. It'll do the same thing. Boom, look at it, view the results, improve itself. With a goal type of system, it loops till it hits a goal. And I want to be clear, because a loop to me is very deterministic. It has a set outcome, a set system that it loops through. While I realize it didn't finish the app, it only got halfway there. There's a bunch of pages that don't even make any sense. So how do you stop that from happening? Why does that happen? And what does that mean? So when you ask an agent to build an app, a web page, or anything like that, you don't have conditions for what passes, right? It can build an app. You didn't say a functional app. You didn't say an app that does X, Y, and Z. You just said build an app. And that's where a lot of the stickiness or trickiness comes in when you're trying to build like an agentic build system or use loops and goals correctly. Because a lot of the times, if you just said, hey, goal, do this, you're probably not going to get the results that you want to get. And let me just ask you, how many of you, have you ever set a goal, set a task, set something for an agent, only to come back disappointed because it didn't do it correctly? And it's because your instructions for how to do the goal were probably correct, but your instructions for how to check the goal system or task were wrong. You didn't have a strong enough evaluation or